Rob, YouTube's granddad. So what's my adventure today? I'm going to go to an island just over the road, technically across the water from Pattaya Beach, which is called Koh Larn. Really good place to go to if you want to. My last recollection, it had 7 beaches. When you go down to Bali Pier, which is where you have to go to get the ferry over there, there's 2 ferries to catch, one on the left, one on the right. They have 2 different destinations on Koh Larn. It's like 30 baht. You know, what's that? Pound? Maybe. So worthwhile. You can get a speedboat over there. It costs you about 250 baht either way. But you know, for the sake of half hour on the ferry, 30 baht, you can't knock that at all. But yeah, we're going to take a little trip over there. I'll show you what I can. And also, I didn't actually know this, there are some bits on the island as well, like apparently there's a little temple thing there as well. So what I'm going to do today is hire a motorbike and go and find this temple. But I will also show you what to do when you get off the ferry to go and get a Baht bus to the different beaches. Alright, so let's see how we get on. Let's go get a, I'm probably getting a little motorbike down to Bali Pier because I'm not that far away. So there's different things there. That's where you get a speedboat, and that's where you get the ferry tickets. I'll show you. There's a lot of people going there this morning, so you've got to get past a lot of the groups. The next ferry, there's going to be one waiting there. You're never going to have to wait long. But I'll show you. But the good thing is, there's now put this roof on, which saves a lot of hassle, especially if it's hot during the day. Before, you didn't have this up and you sweltered while you were waiting for a boat to turn up. But I'll show you getting on the ferry and then we'll discuss a couple of bits on there.
Step up, you go.
When you get off the ferry, it's just a mad rush. I don't see the point. You're supposed to be on a holiday, taking your time. So then you have a long walk down this sort of pier thing. I'll show you. And you go right up over there, which is the main bit. But that's a good 5-minute walk, to be honest. And from there you can get the buses to go to the rest of the island, or in my case I'm going to hire a motorbike. That's the times on the way back. But the beauty of it is, doesn't matter where you end up, you can get a ferry back, but be very mindful of the times going back. I would always say get at least half an hour before, maybe an hour. Because it has been known on occasions that they'd be full up on the last one, and then you're either screwed or you have to go on a motorbike, go on a speedboat. No. If you go along that walkway there, by the way, there's a restaurant and some other stuff up there. But as soon as you get off the ferry ports and everything else, you'll see that everybody's badging for your business. Look, it is anywhere you go. Right, almost there. And obviously, like I say, there's a lot of vendors trying to get you to rent motorbikes and everything else, and you can grab one of them easy enough. all you need is either your international driving licence, copy of your passport, something like that, and then generally around 200-300 baht a day. It just depends. But I'm just going to go and get some water and that first, and I'll suggest if you do get dry mouth quite easily, get some water before you get on the ferry, because it's a half-hour trip, and you can get really hot, very dry really quick. Oh, 7-Eleven, what everybody needs. What's my bike for today?
Really hot.
Yeah, very hot. Sun cream and lots of water. Again, it's always important to have a quick check of the bike. Make sure there's no damage or anything like that. There you go. Yeah, that's fine. Just want to show you guys one of the ferry. You have all these Baht buses sitting here, and then you'll see a map there. I'll enlarge it on there. And see all the different beaches. These guys over here, if you just point to one, he'll tell you which Baht bus to get on to get to that particular beach. And again, it's like 30 baht or so to get there. So yeah, enjoy. I'm going to carry on now to the beach. So that's where we got the ferry from down there. To get up to this little viewpoint, it's literally directly up a hill. Look at that for a view. The first temple I'm going to go to says it's like 7 minutes away. So the island's not massive, so you can actually get around it quite easily. There's my bike for the day. And you can get Baht buses and anything else all over the show. But I just fancied having a bike and just traipsing around the island today. And then I'll end up on a beach. I mean, like I said, there's 6-7 good beaches, and you could have just stayed there, to be honest. But I'm onwards and upwards, going to keep going. Right then, my first stop of the day. I'll be honest, the view up here is spectacular. Let me show you. How good is that? But let me turn the camera around and I'll show you my first port of call, and this is outstanding. Look at that. Hey, that is just absolutely awesome and impressive. And every statue you come across will have a donation box, which is here, which is always put donation in if you can. So let me do that now. So that's donation done. Look at that. I'll show you around. It's just impressive, isn't it? Oh, that's handy. Got a toilet there. I'll show you up there in a minute. Look at this, look. Try and get in the shade a bit so I'm not blocking my eyes. I like that, look. How impressive is that? So a lot of people come up to these sort of places, and again, the amount of times I've been to Koh Larn and I've never done it, so I'm really chuffed to do it today. Because again, some of these places, I imagine this to be where the monks live, or somewhere like that. But a lot of these places are just, I mean, look at that. But yeah, I can imagine that'd be where the monks live. All these different little huts and everything else. But I'm walking up this way because, apart from, I'll be honest, I'm in the shade, and I don't know the temperature today, but it's got to be at least a 34. And it feels hot, it really does. But I'll show you this as I go round the bend a little bit, which is again something else I just, love and want to come and see. Look at that. I mean, look at that. Oh God. As you see in my previous videos, for some reason, don't know why, everything I go and see seems to be uphill. But again, look at that, look. you know, as a Buddhist, I get a lot out of seeing this sort of stuff. To be honest, I really do. But yeah, it's just impressive, isn't it? I mean, you have another statue up here, which I'll take a little walk up to. Doesn't seem to be a designated pathway that I can see. Oh, there you go. So it's just me being stupid as normal. Yeah, ask my kids, you know I never take the easy way. There you go, that. Again, I love things like that. So again, yeah, that rock bit I see, that was a big long winding pathway. Same again with this, because I don't want to disturb anyone in case anyone's around, but that. I imagine they're all different revered monks, obviously starting from the Buddha and going all the way through. And I imagine that's a prayer room. So again, I don't want to be here too long in case some people maybe come along and using it. And last thing I'll do is disturb people. So again, I don't know, down this way I guess. Find the little steps down. But yeah, I think it's worthwhile getting a bike, renting one out and coming these sort of places, you know, because later on, okay, look, there's some stairs that I'll walk by. Yeah, because later on, you know, I'm going to go round to, I think there's 3 main places you can go here, but I'll have a look round, and then I'll go to one beach, see if I like that one, and then just relax, kick my shoes off, feet in the sand, get a nice cool drink, maybe something to eat, because I got up early, I didn't really have a breakfast, had my cup of tea, which, yeah, let's be honest, that's normal, but yeah, tell you what though, I'm loving the fact this is in the cold, I really am, in the shade rather, otherwise that would be hot, you know what I mean? But yeah, I mean, you can ride your motorbikes up here, and again, no way my trips normally go, you go out there, it probably won't be anything other than, I'm imagining a good view, so, morning. And the weird thing is, I find over here, like, it's not just the Thais, I find in general, Western people over here are just so much more happier, you know what I mean? It's not often you come across a Western person that's been out there for a few days that still has all their hang-ups of living in the West. Most people over here, you'll see, they'll have a smile, they'll be pleasant, a little wave to you, you know, it's great, it really is. Like I say, there's a little pathway, but, well, meant to be a road, but it's not too bad, it really isn't. I mean, of course, let's be honest, it's uphill, but, you know, I wouldn't expect anything else. The good news about that is, of course, it's downhill on the way back. And yes, before people make the comment, this might have been easier to do on the motorbike. But you know, oh, you got a pagoda up here. Oh, okay, that's the other thing I see from coming over this way. The only thing I would say, you're walking through lots of trees, bushes, or by them anyway. Make sure you got your bug spray on. See, pleasant, you know. See, that's just fun, isn't it? You know what I mean? People just wave and everything else and say hello. And these guys here with the orange tops on, are basically, you can hire them through Bolt, or to be honest, they're everywhere. All you do is either walk up to one, wave at one, and he'll come over to you, and they don't cost a lot. I mean, don't always accept the price they say. For my trip down to Bali Pier, he was charging me like 150 baht Now, if you're not sure how much things cost, go on Bolt and look how much a normal taxi would cost you. Now, I went on Bolt, and this is from my hotel to the ferry port. Oh, I think it was 78 baht or something. Oh, hello doggy, 78 baht or something like that. Now, you know, of course they try their luck a little bit. It's a tourist area as well, you know. Oh, like I say, this is really steep going uphill. Well, a lot of dogs up here, so you've got to be careful. Oh, so I give the guy 100 baht. Funny enough, he was more than happy with that, weirdly. But yeah, when you have a lot of dogs, be a little bit cautious. Because, especially when they're wild a little bit more, they're more likely to bark at you, maybe go and bite you. So, be a little mindful. Little puppies. I'll keep away from them. Almost there. Almost there. And of course, to go at the size of these steps, all the way up. Oh, deep breath, deep breath. Like I said to you, when I walked up the hill to the patio sign, the day I can't do things like this is the day I will finally admit I'm getting old. I'll be honest though. Cool. I know, get to the top is a bit of a trek. However, what I would say is, I totally know it's going to be worth it. Yeah, but look at that though. What a view.
ไปถึงจุดหมาย
Someone died.
เหนื่อย
Oh.
เหนื่อย
Last bit to go.
ไปครับไกลแล้วครับ
Yeah. Oh.
ไกลแล้วตัวอยู่ข้างล่างครับ
Last bit. Last bit. I admit, I had a 2-minute break, needed it. But this is going to be so worth it at the end of the day. Oh, that last one had to be really big there. I'm not the only one to die. They all die. Sit down for 2 minutes. Then have a look around, look at the spectacular views from all the way up here. And then, thank God, it's downwards from there. That was strenuous. But I know I'm getting older, but there was a young couple that sort of coming up behind me. It was actually good to see that they were struggling, I'll be honest. But yeah, I'm having a little break. And like I said, bring water and bring a towel. Like when I did the Tiger Temple, you can wipe it all down. I'll be like, you know, the head's not just shining because I'm bored. Right. Need a quick break and then we'll carry on. Hi, so, got my breath back. Now let me show you where I come from and I'll show you all around there. So you've got the bell there to do. That's a dreaded staircase coming up, honestly. That's so steep, but look at that view, look. So let's have a walk around. See, Oh. Oh. Catch our breath, yeah? Oh. Yeah. You know, the thing is, I love looking at anything like this, I really do. You know, if I go up there, you'll see a lot better views of that. Show you that. Up here we go. Look at that for a view. Go all the way from there. That. I want to see the whole island from here. Walk around a bit. And that's, oh man, we were there the other day doing the swimming. I can't remember the name of the island now. But it does look like there's another little pathway there, but there's no natural pathway joining up to that, so I'd imagine we're probably not allowed to go on there, so I won't. So, in here, obviously, and doesn't that make it worthwhile coming up here? I mean, it may not do for some, but for me, you know, you're on holiday, you know. Look at that. The only thing I've got to be careful today is the sun. Like I say, it's very, very hot today. I've put on sun cream, but you know, how long does that last? I don't know. Do you know what? My kids know what I'm like. There's a pathway there. It's like, I wonder where that goes. But again, you know, let's have a look down there. There is a sort of gateway here. There's no sign saying go that way, no real direction. So, do you know what? For once, these gates are cool. For once, I'll err on the side of caution because, like I say in most of my videos, respect the culture. You might find there's a reason you can't go out there. I mean, there's no sign saying go this way or anything like that. It could be that it's dangerous. It could be somewhere where you find that the monks go. So like, I just wouldn't go out there unless there was something obvious to say you can go out there. And also you've got this bell here, and again, just get it hard a bit. And again, start going down. And remember where I started, you see the building down there with a silver statue on it? That's where my bike went down there. So yeah, got a way to go. Right. So I will put a map up there right now to show you where I am. Now, my pronunciations aren't that good, but I think it's like Taiway Beach. But I'll put up where I am now, and I'm about to drive from here to Knoll Beach. Again, pronunciation is probably terrible, but it's literally, I'm at one point at the end, I'm going to say the north, and the other beach is on the south. And it literally, on a bike, it would take me 14 minutes to get there. That's how big the island is. So that's the furthest point to the furthest point. So everything's a stone's throw, not far away. But I'm going to enjoy this ride anyway, and go to a different beach and see what's there. This one, I'll show you it. Really good beach. You've got a cool bit off the swimming. People are climbing on over there and over there. And then they've got like a clubhouse thing here where you can get food and drink, which I'll be honest, is rather nice. But look at that water, look. I'm telling you now, that's clear water and oh, so lovely and warm. And the tides are coming in a bit now, look at the waves, look. It's really good. Right, okay, onwards and upwards to the next beach. I'm recording a little bit of the journey for you, so you can see what the roads are like. But I'll tell you what though, there are bits you have to be careful on, but to be honest, the most you need to be careful on is certain areas, certain corners and that, where obviously it's an island, so there is a bit of sand. So it'd be quite easy to slip off, and there are a lot of dogs over here, so be careful. You don't want to run into any. But I'll take you on a little journey. So park the bike up with everybody else. Now I'll show you on the beach. Obviously there's shop to buy stuff. This beach seems to have a bit more stuff to have a bit of fun with. You've got loads of cabanas where you can just sit underneath the umbrellas and that, and to be honest, really hot today, so you probably do need to do that. But I'll show you around anyway. I'll walk onto the beach. Much more active beach, what most people would want. Again, you have like swings here, and I got most of these for Instagram posts, to be honest. Oh yeah, look at the view, look. Well, there's a cafe up there, so I'm going to go and sit there and get a drink, I think. Oh, but you see Pattaya and that in the background if I enlarge it. Right over there. Yeah, but here, if you've come over by ferry, these sort of boats, they offer you like 250 baht to go back to the mainland. Some people like that rather than travel back. I mean, I've done it in the past myself. But yeah, you've got a little trail, you can walk around on there, so I might do that in a little bit. But yeah, much better. Instagram post swing again. Right, oh, been at this beach for about an hour and a half or so. Cooled down, in and out of the water. Just had a cold ice cream, which, to be honest, days like this you definitely need it. My battery power is getting really low. I mean, it's because I've been using it as a sat nav, so it's like, you know, the heat on it, I think it's like really drained it. But that's fine. I'm going to do what I do best, which is what I love doing, especially with the kids. Is basically I'm going to, you know, the island's not that big, so I'm going to have some fun and see if I can find my way back to where I had to go anyway. See how it goes. If I've got to put my sat nav on, I will, but I don't know, I think I'll be pretty alright. But we'll see how it goes, and I'll let you know when I get to the other end if I need to get a sat nav or not. Anyway, see you in a moment. Hey. So we just got that. Thank you. So after you get that, go through a building site. They say it's okay to go through. Let's go either way. But I'll be honest, I've taken a couple of wrong turns, but I found a lot of places with the sea. I made it! Woo! Admittedly, not as smooth as the ride I thought it was going to be. I'll give you a round up in a minute of my trip over Koh Larn and let you know my thoughts on it all.